Hi everyone, it's Jennifer with stampwithjennifer.blogspot.com, and today I want to give you some tips on our Simply Created Mini Mary Stars kit. This kit is found in our holiday supplement, which is available while supplies last, now, probably until the beginning of January. At the first part of the supplement, you'll see samples. Here are the stars. More samples, and then the product is in the middle. So that's where you see all the cool stuff that you can purchase. To make these stars, I'm using the Simply Created Mini Mary Stars kit and the Mini Mary Stars stamp set. We also have some awesome Project Life stuff in this supplement as well, and you can check out my blog for the class I have coming up on that one too. Okay, so, and if you need a supplement sent to you, just contact me. So this is the insert that comes with the kit. It shows, here's where you see all of the designs that you will create. There are some instructions inside and some tips, and I did read over those and they were very helpful to me. I have decorated the front of all of my stars, so I will show you what's left over when you're finished. You have all this gold paper left over that you can punch and die cut and use to decorate your stars or other projects. Of course, all the leftover paper where the other stars were punched out. All of these laser cut images are also left over. You can see on the back more so it's a lot of gold stars and some gold paper on the edges there that are left over. And then all of these pieces are left over as well. And some cherry cobbler stars also. And then you also have these leftover pieces and a couple of the wooden stars, snowflakes. Okay, so you get a lot in this kit. It's definitely worth the money. I'm teaching a class on this weekend, and so I typed up my class instructions, and I'm going to kind of use those to guide me in my demonstration now. So the first tips are real quick in decorating your stars. You're going to, the red stickers first of all, they really don't stick that well. So you're going to want to reinforce those with some adhesive. I recommend the Tombow multi-adhesive. So any of the red stickers or words that are red, cherry cobbler, you'll want to reinforce those. Okay, and then I also use the Tombow multi-adhesive to attach the sequins. The snowflakes are very delicate. You want to repeat to yourself as you're making this kit, only hold them by one piece, one stick, whatever you want to call it. If you pinch them like this, you probably are going to break them. Of course, you can glue it back together. No one's ever going to see that and they won't know. But to avoid frustration, just hold each snowflake by one piece. And I use Tombow to attach those as well. The bows are assembled with mini glue dots. And then these newsprint stars, which I think are awesome. I folded in half with the bone folder, and then I put a skinny strip of Tombow multi-adhesive on the back, for example of this one, and put it inside the second one, and then put a skinny strip of that on the back of this one and attached it down, and then attached the whole thing with Tombow to the star. Let me turn that that is the right direction. So that's how I did those. Okay, so now this is how I like to do my stars. This is from tips from one of my downline, April McCrite, and tips I've read on the internet from other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. I've combined all their tips, and so luckily for me, I knew all the tips before I started my class and preparing my stars, so I've avoided a lot of frustration. So I've assembled or decorated the front of every star first, and now I'm going to assemble the stars. So let me show you how to do that. You will find these strips for every star, Actually, I'm going to do a different one. Sorry. This one, you'll find one for every star. The design matches, so that's one check. And then the sides need to be the same length as this piece here. So that's how you know which of these goes with which star. Okay, I got my pieces ready. So the first step you want to do is take your bone folder and you want to crease on every crease possible. You want to reinforce these creases. This is very important. If you don't do this step, your stars might pop apart later. And this is one of the issues some people have been having. However, when you follow all of these tips, you're much less likely to have your stars come apart. So there's multiple tips, but this is one of them. Reinforce the creases with your bone folder. And I used my hand, like I just really squeezed and took my time. Then you also want to use the bone folder on these pieces as well. So these are the little sticky tabs that will stick to the top and bottom of your stars. So reinforce the tabs as well. Okay, we are going to attach the bottom first. And I haven't really found that it's better to start from one end or the other. So I don't have a tip on that. But I do have this tip. So to attach the bottom first, peel off the top and bottom if provided. Some of the stars only have sticky on one side, some don't. If it is sticky on both sides, peel both off. It does make a difference in your stars staying together. And the main difference it makes is when you attach them underneath, these overlap, and that's going to reinforce it even more. And do your best the entire time you put every single star together to not touch the sticky, especially on this side that's going to stick to the star. That's, you know, obviously our fingers have oils and other stuff, and we're going to make our stars, or our sticky, not stick as well if we do that. So, try your best. And look, I don't know how I did that, but it's okay. This is handmade, as we all know. It's about the fun and the experience, and our project is going to look awesome. However, you might have a spot or two like that where you somehow did not align it perfectly. And then last, you want to peel off this tab here and apply that. Okay, this is another and very important step when you get to this point. You want to take your bone folder and reinforce this adhesive. Basically, we want to crease on all the folds and press as much as possible, and don't touch the sticky to make it unsticky. I have found if you do this, your stars will stay together, except on the very smallest stars. They are super tiny. Here's mine. And so there's not much adhesive to actually touch the star, and when you are assembling it, you're probably going to touch it. So this is the only one you may need to reinforce with sticky strip. So if it starts to come back apart, just throw a little sticky strip under there, and it should fix your problem. Okay, let me show you my advice on this one. So we want to peel off both sides. So I would do the two underneath, then one of the ones on top for each point. And now you have a clean edge to press those two together. So I do that all the way around. Okay, whoops, I peeled a couple of those off. No big deal. I was just doing that to avoid touching. Okay, so do that all the way around for your 5 points, and then peel off any leftovers. Again, you can kind of see it right now how these, because they're touching, that's going to reinforce a little bit more. That's why we peeled off the underside. And then you grab the top. Remember, the designs match, so you'll know which one's the top. And sometimes when you're putting the tops on, you might need to pinch these sides in to make it basically so that none of this shows in the front. And find your prettiest, like the one you put together the best, to be the top point of your star. Right? So see how this is off a little bit? So I'm going to pinch it in to help hide that and make it look better, basically. This kit makes 26 stars in, I think, 5 or 6 different sizes. The largest star I just need to attach to the base, but look how huge this is. So there's that size, this one, that size, and of course our tiniest star, which is adorable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe there's 5 sizes. And these are my tips. Okay, so I told you those. I forgot to mention the stamping. That's part of decorating the front at first. There is one sheet of plain stars that you'll need to stamp first. And you can see, again, what you need to stamp on the picture right here. And I'm going to post pictures of my finished stars on my blog so you can see closer up in detail. Some of these, this is a tool you may need for this class, reading glasses. I had to get my reading glasses out, and I really wish I had a magnifying glass to be able to see some of these. But don't worry, because I'm going to post pictures on my blog, stampwithjennifer.blogspot.com. A couple of other tools you might need for this class: a paper piercing tool. It'll help you with the sequins and poking the little details out of these. Scissors. Of course, the bone folder and mini glue dots. That's what I used for the bows. And of course, your Tombow adhesive and bone folder. And then you should be set to assemble all of your stars. One last tip on assembly. I forgot to mention this part. If you will kind of pinch, I got this tip from Leanne Greff. She also has a video. Pinch the top part, because we couldn't put our bone folder in there and press on that one. So just pinch it, and that's going to help that stick and reinforce it. So once you know all the tips, and once you make a couple of stars, I recommend starting with this size first when you get to the assembly point. Assemble a couple of these, and then go down. You will find these the easiest to assemble. They are not difficult, but the experience you get from these will prepare you for the smaller ones that are more delicate and detailed, and then you won't have any problems assembling all of your stars, because you will have learned, and you will find any tips as you do these, and then it'll just get easier and easier. But I hope this helps you with your mini Mary Stars Simply Created kit, and I hope to see you again soon at stampwithjennifer.blogspot.com.